Hi, I'm Shelby Scudder, and in this video I'll be discussing the unequal distribution of wealth, poverty around the world, and what we should do with our $20 that we collected in class. I just want to start off by saying that I'm taking a Kantian view on this. The highest good is defined by duty, treating people as an end and never simply as a means. Action done from duty has moral worth. Unlike Aristotle and utilitarianism, Kantianism rests upon the idea of goodwill. I think that using a Kantian mindset while educating people in third world countries will aid in the future effects of our work. I will not use Aristotelianism because where Kantianism says that one's duty is for the sake of duty, Aristotle believed that above all you must become virtuous for the sake of nobility. I would like to say that I believe our money that we collected in class should go for a really good cause, and that's why I think we should donate it to a really good charity that focuses on education, and that is Oxfam America. I think that Oxfam is awesome because they create long-lasting solutions. They don't just go and hand out money to these people in these third world countries that overall has no value to them. If we just hand them money, they may just blow it and not understand how important it is to keep a dollar, I think Oxfam is great in the aspect of teaching people how to farm, how to create potable water, like filtration systems, and also working on irrigation for crops. I definitely believe that education is the most important thing in impoverished countries today. People lack the education that they need to survive. It's said that nearly 1 billion people entered the 21st century unable to read a book or sign their names, and I think that's awful because with that education they may have a higher self-worth and think they have a place and they belong, instead of just being really depressed about their situations. I would like to propose a scenario to you. In my scenario that I am presenting, I would like to point out that people are of unequal distribution of wealth. The poor keep getting poorer and the rich keep getting richer, and the gap in between just keeps getting larger. So I think that education is a way to level the playing field. If we worry more on educating the people of the third world countries, the gap will start to slowly close itself. So in my scenario, you have two groups of people in a third world country. One group who has been educated on farming and the techniques of farming, as well as water filtration systems and how to build them out of basically nothing, say a rock and some sand. And then you have another group of people who has absolutely no clue. They've never had any kind of education, no help from the outside world. So in my scenario, these two people are given an equal amount of seeds. This amount of seeds is enough to feed the whole group once or grow a crop. And they're also given an amount of non-potable water that is sustainable for the whole group, but only for a short amount of time. Now the educated group in my scenario takes the seeds and they grow this garden, and they take the water and they create a lasting filtration system, in which case they aren't left with hunger because they have an abundant food source. They keep growing more and more, as well as the water. If they use it in moderation, it will last longer, and they will avoid contagion of waterborne diseases. Now, the uneducated group is going to consume the seeds in my scenario. They eat the seeds that way they fill a void, that hunger that they have right then, instead of making a lasting solution. They also take the water and they drink it while it is still non-potable, creating an outbreak of cholera. Cholera is a disease that is born in water, and it attacks the small intestine, and it creates a large amount of watery diarrhea, and people die each year from this very curable disease. My counter argument in this is that I counter argue Peter Singer and his theory that people should give what they can and more than what they can. He believes that anything over what covers your basic needs should be given to people who are underprivileged and just completely poor. And he even says in his essay that he doesn't give enough now, but he thinks that other people should give as much as they can, and even more, to the point where they're not in a bind, but they have every basic need met and no luxuries. So education overall is my main goal, and that's why I definitely want to focus on Oxfam America. If people could only be educated on the simple task like reading and writing, agricultural skills, and ways to clean water, illness would be cured. Cholera mainly would not be such a huge factor in third world countries, and these children wouldn't be passing away of such a curable disease. We really need to focus on the education of these people and help them as much as we can without putting ourselves in a bind, as Peter Singer would like for us to do. But I do think that the $20 collected in our class should definitely go to a good cause, because our basic needs are met in college, and I don't think there's anything else that we need at this time.